Got my money's worth from my lying roommate. So I'm in my final year of college and I found this house with like 8 bedrooms. It's run by this rental agency and everyone pays separately for their own room. I specifically paid extra for this huge room on the second floor, like $40 more per month because it had its own bathroom and was way bigger than the other rooms. Move-in day comes and I'm carrying all my stuff upstairs when I see someone's already living in my room. This guy Derek has all his stuff spread out everywhere. His clothes in the closet, his gaming setup on the desk, everything. I knock on the door and he's like, "Oh hey, yeah, the agency told me this was my room." So I show him my lease and he shows me his lease. Turns out the agency screwed up and gave us both the same room. Derek goes, "Well, I'm already settled in here and I have a girlfriend coming over tonight, so maybe you can just take one of the smaller rooms downstairs." I'm standing there with like 6 boxes in my arms thinking, are you serious right now? But I'm not really a confrontational person and I had my first class the next morning, so I just took the tiny room on the first floor. But here's the thing, I'm still paying for the big room, $40 extra every single month for a room I'm not even living in. I tried talking to Derek about it like 10 times. I'd leave notes on his door asking if we could switch the rent payments since he's in the expensive room. I'd try to catch him in the hallway. But this guy was like a ghost. He was never home because he basically lived at his girlfriend's place. When he was home, he'd just run straight to his room and lock the door. One time I actually cornered him by the front door. I was like, "Derek, we really need to figure out this rent situation. You're in the room I'm paying for." And he goes, "Oh yeah, totally. Let's talk about that later. I'm just heading out right now, but we'll definitely sort it out when I get back tonight." Of course, he never came back that night or the next night. This went on for months. I'm paying an extra $40 every month for basically nothing, while this guy lives in luxury for cheap. By the end of the year, I'd overpaid like $350. Finals week comes and I'm stressed out of my mind studying for my engineering exams. I try one last time to talk to Derek about the money before I move out. I catch him coming out of his room with a suitcase and I'm like, "Hey Derek, I'm moving out tomorrow and we really need to settle up on the rent difference." He looks at me and goes, "Oh man, I'm actually running super late for my flight. My girlfriend and I are going to Europe for 2 weeks, but I'll totally Venmo you when I get back, okay?" Then he just leaves. Doesn't even give me his number or anything. That's when I decided I was definitely getting my money's worth out of that room. I went to the grocery store and bought the grossest stuff I could find. Old fish from the discount section that smelled like a dumpster. Some really ripe cheese that was basically liquid at that point. Then I went back to the house with my key and let myself into his room. I put the fish inside his pillowcase and under his mattress. I stuffed the nasty cheese in all his suit pockets and in his dresser drawers. But the best part was when I found his expensive gaming headset. I opened up a can of sardines and poured the juice all over the ear cups. I also took some of that liquid cheese and smeared it inside all his shoes. Like really got it in there good. By the time I was done, that room reeked worse than a garbage truck in summer. I moved out the next day and never heard from Derek again. But my friend Jake, who stayed in the house, told me what happened when Derek got back from Europe. Apparently Derek came home at like midnight after his long flight, and the smell hit him the second he opened his bedroom door. Jake said you could hear him gagging and swearing from downstairs. Derek had to throw away basically his entire wardrobe and sleep in his car for 3 days while he tried to air out the room. $350 worth of revenge. Totally worth every penny.